Hello, and welcome to Point of View, where we give our students a place to listen, learn, and lean in. I'm your host, Zara, and I'm here with Thomas and Emerson, and we'll be talking about Mr. Beast controversy. So, who is Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast, also known as Jimmy Donaldson, is a popular YouTuber with 311 million followers, known for his philanthropic and high budget content. He gained fame through viral videos featuring extreme challenges such as last YouTuber to leave wins 100 grand and $456,000 Squid Game in real life, and also large scale giveaways and charitable acts such as giving away millions of dollars to strangers and organizations in need. Mr. Beast's content also often involves elaborate stunts, large sums of money, and collaborations with other creators. He also launched several successful businesses, including Beast Burger and Feastable Chocolate. With a massive global following, Mr. Beast is celebrated for his generosity, creativity, and impact on the online community. Recently, Mr. Beast has faced backlash and controversy, leading to a cancel culture moment. Critics have accused him of exploiting people for content, particularly in videos where he gives away money or offers life-changing opportunities. Additionally, controversies have arisen regarding his treatment of employees and alleged workplace issues within his various businesses. These issues have recently sparked debates about the ethics of his content and the true intentions behind his public acts of generosity, putting his reputation and his 311 million followers under scrutiny.
YouTube's golden boy hasn't always been free of controversy. Old videos resurfacing have brought about big discussions of Mr. Beast's not so clean past. The YouTuber had allegedly said racial and homophobic slurs in his past, his representative issuing a statement on the issue. When Jimmy was a teenager, he acted like many kids and used inappropriate language while trying to be funny, his rep said. Over the years, he has repeatedly apologized and has learned that increasing influence comes with increased responsibility to be more aware and more sensitive to the power of language. After making some bad jokes and other mistakes when he was younger, as an adult, he has focused on engaging with the MrBeast community to work together on making a positive impact around the world. Internet users had varied reactions to the controversy, some claiming that due to MrBeast's young age at the time, he should be met with some grace for the situation, whereas others claim he was old enough to understand the weight of his actions that may have hurt the others around him.
It has been stated that Mr. Beast's content isn't always exactly truthful. He's been allegedly using misleading editing practices and just flat out lying about certain statements he has said out loud on his channel. A YouTuber by the username Dogpack404 posted a video going into extensive detail over what Mr. Beast allegedly did. In response, however, one of Mr. Beast's employees, who goes by @Chucky on Twitter, also known as X, responded to these allegations in a long post. Some of the allegations he shields Jimmy of are ones such as people allegedly not being able to get into multi-person challenges if they don't have affiliations with the crew, allegations of CGI, allegations of scripting huge challenge videos outside of things like scripting intro speeches and the like, as well as adding some contents of the video in post via re-recording scenes. He also makes a statement to the validity of the author of these claims, stating that he was on shrooms and marijuana while writing the claims. However, Dogpack404 countered these claims in a reply. Notably, he also brings up the point that Chucky failed to mention one of the larger allegations, the possibility that the timers in the video could be faked in order to make the challenges seem more appealing. Other commenters on the thread are quick to note, however, Chucky's counter-arguments seem to be more based on personal account rather than providing evidence of the contrary. Unfortunately, with the nature of the allegations, it is impossible to prove, with the current state of conversation, whether or not Mr. Beast has been faking his videos.
Mr. Beast's videos often feature extreme challenges and stunts, which can lead to poor filming conditions for participants and crew. For example, long hours and harsh weather, such as freezing cold or intense heat, are common in his endurance-based challenges. Filming on remote or even unconventional locations like isolated islands or in underwater settings can pose logistical difficulties and safety concerns. In some episodes, participants may endure physical discomfort or exhaustion as part of the challenge, contributing to difficult working conditions. Despite these conditions, the content often highlights the perseverance and determination required to succeed, adding drama and excitement to his videos. Filming for Mr. Beast's upcoming Amazon Prime game show, Beast Games, is underway, but the team behind it is facing allegations of poor conditions on set. Apparently, the show was supposed to have 1,000 contestants, but 2,000 were casted. A few contestants said that there was lack of resources and food on set, making it dangerous conditions to participate in, according to Vital Vegas, a Vegas-based news outlet.
Ava, also referred to by as Chris, had allegations surfaced when an online user known as Lava GS, we will refer to them as Lava for short from now on, proposed allegations that Tyson groomed Lava when he was 13 and when Tyson was 20. Despite all the outrage and anger online as a result of these happenings, Lava actually happened to backtrack on his word, saying, quote, Lava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of, end quote. Despite the statement, however, the anger online never ceased. Mr. Beast himself had to make a public comment on his Twitter account, saying, quote, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. End quote. As a result, Mr. Beast has removed Ava from the team, and she will no longer be appearing in any future videos.
Amidst controversy, you might wonder what this means for the future of Mr. Beast as a person and as a company. Whereas his other social medias, Instagram, Twitter, and more, have stopped posting almost entirely since the Ava Chris Tyson allegations, his YouTube career has not slowed down. Though he has had a slight dip in his viewership and subscribers, he still has upwards of 300 million subscribers on YouTube. In addition, his sales don't seem to be slowing down, still selling merchandise, Mr. Beast boxes, and Feastables. Though he may have some slight dips in viewership, it seems generally that this controversy will not greatly impact his business model in the long run, especially as his primary audience may be too young to care about the issues brought about by the controversy. Regardless, it seems despite the controversy, Mr. Beast is not slowing down.
Okay, so actually, now we're going to discuss a little bit about Mr. Beast and about everything in the situation. I actually used to watch Mr. Beast a lot. I think that a lot of his videos are very entertaining and they're very like well put together. I just think that like I have to give him credit for that. Credit where it's needed is that he's very his sets are unique, his challenges are unique, and at the end of the day, he's still giving money back to people, which I feel like it's money. Like money doesn't grow from trees, and like he's also making money and giving back. So I think that's okay. But I think that they really like his team really needs to reconsider like their priorities and like kind of slow down a little bit because I feel like they're trying to like make content so fast and make content so great that they're forgetting about important things like filming conditions and maybe treating people with kindness and making sure that participants are like, they're good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I started watching Mr. Beast way back when. I forget how many years ago now, but this was before he became like a big person. Um, I would honestly say that it would probably be around five, 6 years ago now. And watching him grow has been kind of impressive. Not even kind of, like really impressive. So
He
seeing,
has 300 million
yeah,
subscribers.
isn't that the most on YouTube now or something?
I think so.
Something absurd like that. Regardless, yeah, I do agree with his like philanthropy being a really good service, but he shouldn't forget about like the people he works with necessarily either.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like in doing this kind of stuff, he's kind of forgetting his roots. He's becoming more like a company rather than a YouTuber.
Mhm.
I feel like what made him special to a lot of us is that he really felt like a person who was doing things for the people, right?
Mhm.
But now with the things that are coming out, he looks more like, like a standard company.
He looks like a money robot. Like it's just
Yeah.
like he's not genuine. I agree with that.
This concludes this episode of Mr. Beast Controversy. Thank you so much for listening. For a transcript of the episode, head to Point of View tab on our website, nhsmessenger.org, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at NHS Point of View for updates and new episodes. I'm Thomas,
I'm Zara.
I'm Emerson.
and this has been Point of View.